Hi. I know it's not midday. I know this isn't dinosaurs. Uh, I know I wasn't here Tuesday. I know all these things. Um, what happened was I slept, and that is the entire story there. Yeah, I think I got home and then just decided to lay in bed for a sec, and then woke up at like 8 p.m., 9 p.m. Tuesday, and that's not quite a time that I'm going to stream at because I knew I needed to eat and do other things as well. Um, so that's fun. And then I was thinking about streaming on Thursday. That's the day. Um, and then I didn't. I just didn't do that. So I figured we'd have some Destiny because we haven't had some Destiny since Tuesday last week, I think. But we'll have a bit of Destiny. I might come back later and do some dinosaur stuff, but also strong chance that I won't. But hey, we'll see. We'll see what's going on. Let me just plug my phone in because that will die. It will die. It's done it before. Cool. So anyway, Destiny. Solstice is over. That ended this Tuesday, and it's the final week of the season of the Deep, which is exciting because that means next Tuesday, or the Tuesday coming. Yeah, next week. It says next week is the final week. Okay. So in a couple of weeks' time, it's the end of the season, and we'll get a new season. And I don't know what it's going to be, but we need to bring Savathun back at some point, so that'll be fun. Trials? We're not doing trials. I know I can reset my Vanguard rank. I don't know what there is to do. We've got post, but we actually haven't got post because we know we can't pick that up. In the helm, we've also got post. The war table's got something going down. Let's go have a look at the war table, shall we? See what's hip-hopping happening. This has been a surprisingly busy week. I know I just told you that I slept a lot and didn't really do much, but I guess from a work point of view it was a little bit busy, but from an everything else point of view it was a little bit busy as well. Like I know I told you I was getting a new Thorn replica because the one I had is based on the concept art and it looks very pretty and very cool, but it's not quite what I'm holding here. But I have one that looks like this now, which is very cool. The back screen doesn't light up, which is fine. I wouldn't expect it to. But the little glowy eye bit lights up, and the bit closer to the barrel lights up as well, sort of down the side. The end doesn't light up, but it is green, and that's delightful, and the little sights painted on and everything. And you know what? I can show you, because I have Twitter, and that's something I constantly forget to use. If you go to Jordaniel _, which if you don't know how to spell, pass. How did you get here? Yeah, George Daniel, so my name on here, and then underscore is the username. Let me just find the picture that I want. Oh, I don't want to take a picture. I want that picture. Oh, maybe that as well. Yeah. Wait. No. Can I add it? That and that? Great, okay. Da 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 da. There you go. If you go over there, you can now see a picture. A lot. The nice thing about it as well is the handle of it is wrapped in like leather strips, which is nice. Makes it nicer to hold. You can probably tell that from the picture. Yeah, you can tell that from the picture if you look at the handle. The barrel part opens. There's no sort of bullet that goes in, and it is quite stiff to open, so I don't really intend to do that too often, but you can see it lighting up. And the trigger moves, and the hammer at the back moves as well, and it's very pretty. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Yes, that's pretty. I like it. So that happened. I also got... Can you go look at the fish? I got my sonic screwdriver back, which was being fixed. No fish to release. Look at all the fish. So that's exciting, because it now makes noise and does the light like it's meant to. I don't know if you can hear it, but... Oh, you could definitely hear that. And then you can... And that's the thing I really enjoy. And then also I managed to get concert tickets for next month, sometime, late next month. Yeah. Over in London, so that's very exciting. So it's all been exciting. What does the table want? It's just the alien. Does it not want anything from me? The table doesn't want anything. That's a shame. We'll go to... Oh, wait, no. We didn't finish the thing. Blimey, I forgot about that. I have something in my eye. Oh, I don't know what it was. I think it's still in there. That's fine. I'll live. I haven't got the title yet, and I think it is just Pressurized Deep. Ah, goodness, I need to do this. I need to do this, because then I can get this, and that'll be fun. Because it's a little bit dumb. And I am all for that. Okay, what we'll do is some things. You know, the things. We'll do some ops, then we might do a LightFall. But while doing that, I'll see if I can find any friends to go do the thing. Do I have any friends on? I have 16 Bungie friends, and all of them are offline right now. Also, I need to adjust the lights in my room, because some of them are red. That's not what we like. Much better. Okay, fire teams. Change this to deep dives. Exotic. Tier 7. Wow, that's a lot of things going on. Tier 7 dive, know what to do. Mike compulsory, prefer warlock. Which means they're also doing the exotic, and they want well. I don't think you need well, but sure. Let's see if we can get pressure dives. Dive? Pressure dive. How many people do we need? Oh, let's set that to deep dives.
The Scions are already deep in the Vex network, and it looks like they have Imperial backup. You can catch them if you hustle.
Lucky for you, Amanda Holliday runs a door-to-door service. I've dropped you close to the entry point.
And lucky for me, she also has a sense of humor, which is refreshing after working with Saladin.
Get a new one.
That's a pretty low bar to clear, but I'll take the compliment.
Pressure dive in the deep dives. I want 2 people. I have a microphone. It's scheduled. Create. Okay, let's see what happens with that. Slash, if anyone joins ever. What are we doing? Oh no. Oh no. Ow. Oh wait, I feel like I don't have necrotic grips on. There's something about. No, okay, I did. I thought I'd switched them out at some point and then forgot to change it back, but no. Ah, that really hurt. I'm up here now. The disruptor. I need some headphones down because this is loud. There we go. Good. Let's pop this down to this one. good.
You're on the right track. Keep drilling down. You'll hit
Oh, we
gold
have a
soon
team.
enough.
We're picking up big energy
deep
spikes
dive.
below your feet. Odds are good, but that's
We
where their
just leave?
commander is.
We might just leave. We leave them. Who we got? Ah, they refreshed. Oh, they don't have mics. I should have said that I don't have a mic. I don't know if they'll be able to hear me. If they can't, that would be great. Social? Voice chat. Voice chat off. Visibility of fighting, bunch of friends and clan invite notifications. Oh, that's just, oh, leave me alone. Off, manually opt-in. Sure. So maybe they can't hear me? Maybe, hopefully. I'll refresh in case any of them left. Oh, I didn't even press invite, but they've just been invited, so we'll get a deep dive ready, shall we? That's not what the deep dives are, boys. Oh, that was the wrong button. Cool. Kind of want to change that. One other guy. Hopefully, maybe. Oh. I like seeing other people's clans. I'm gonna invite the guy that's not here to my clan. And invite the guy that is here to my clan. Then if we remove him from that, somebody else might turn up. Maybe. Maybe. have a guy. We had a guy. Oh, we have a guy. I pressed the wrong thing, didn't I? Not. Oh, I didn't mean to press invite to clan, I meant to press invite to game. They should have been invited. So. We'll see. They also have no mic, so that's fine. Hey! They joined. Wait for the ship to get here. And then we'll head off. It doesn't need to be match made, it can be private. Yeah, we'll click on private. Launch. Oh, the guy that just joined is the highest. Is that true? Yep. Nope. No? Wait, I thought they were. Am I going crazy or is it somebody else? Yeah, 1829. Oh, that was the guy that was already here. My bad. My bad. We'll see how well this goes, shall we? Hopefully very. Hopefully very. Oh look, it's got the little greyed out Bungie logo. Just down there.
This is tactical. Dive green.
Range recharge, shields. I'm going shields. What?
Saint, how are you? Knowing what we know now about Savathun.
Like I have received orders I know are wrong. I do not believe Asa lies to us, but I cannot accept Savathun as our only option for victory.
I've followed my fair share of orders that made no sense. Rebelled against them too. I promise this will work. It has to.
Yes.
How do we down? Down. I haven't played this for a while.
Let's spill into the seas of Titan. Until the tide retreat at my name.
Asa can feel a horde of coral nearby. It's been harvested. Draw out whoever did it, and I'll keep reinforcements off your back.
Where is he?
The coward flesh brandishes no blade, no logic, treason incarnate.
Yeah. Like I'm not walking through walls, that'll be fantastic. That's very good. Let's put the load over here as well. I missed.
That one. They hit one of our drill sites. Hit them
Okay.
back.
Oh, now it's crushing. Absolutely take my super for this time, shouldn't I? That would have been clever. That'll be fine. Oh, somebody's got a well.
Okay, fire team. Reload and descend once more. No more easy fights, I think. Be
Don't
ready.
activate the fan. Somebody's gone off to activate the fan.
The whetstone waits. Bring
Hurdle
your violence like a wave against mine stones.
No, because we're not going to go that way.
Do we still need these samples, Deputy Commander? Is Asa not resting? She has given her message, no?
I'm hoping to get a better understanding of what she meant. It never hurts to get better context.
I see. Then we continue in the hope that Asa has a better idea.
And then we go down here. Left? Right? I don't know. I want this thing, right? Fish. Oh, not fish. Bait. Oh, is this one that I'm missing? Or is this one that I have?
Guardian down.
Couldn't tell you. Ooh. Wait. I don't want to go down. I'm gonna die. Right in front of them as well. That's embarrassing. And here I am. Oh, I'm lost. This way? This way. I knew that. I'm very smart.
Enemies incoming. We already lost these Guardians. Let's avenge them. Fix that extractor and I'll pull the bulk of the hive away from you.
He's over here.
Blade and scabbard part ways. Bear
Really
your
hoping one of these people
violence
doesn't just
upon
go
my
rushing in.
altar.
They will, but I'm really hoping they don't. Not over there. There he is. Oh, it's these light rifts. Are we good? That's one.
Guardian down.
Oh, there's more. More is coming up. I think they're running up and doing the things without getting the blights.
Guardian down.
Come on. Is that not it?
Prayers like a crashing royal of crimson sea.
Good, good, good. I'd have been sad if that wasn't done. But it was done, so I'm not sad. So that's good. We love that. Bum 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 bum. Ooh. Good. Big boss, and then big boss 2. I'm expecting, but I don't really know. Ooh, 83. We won't get to 100 before the end of the season, will we? Absolutely hoping no. Taking this. Ooh. 2 minutes 50 to do the repairs. I assume it's repairs and then big guy. Couldn't tell you. So if they try going in through this door, I'm gonna be angry. I think that's that explains where the other kind of thing is. It's right there. In this behavior. And then you do that thing, and then we're all happy.
Fixed, no problem. Now avenge our comrades who fell here.
He's shooting. He's invisible. Nobody's invisible. Take that away. Ah, this is big guy for this. Come on. And this guy goes down. And big guy too. Hey bud. How you doing? Good. How's your day been?
This sector is crawling with Hive and Taken. Let's head down and dodge some of this heat.
Not the right. We're not going to the right. Oh, is it really warm over there? Guys, we're going this way.
Saint, I know what Savathun did to you, to Osiris. Thank you for understanding.
Do not thank me for something I cannot do. But I will stand by my friends to do what is right, even when it is difficult.
I feel like the other guys have gone the other way because that's the exotic route. But I don't think they can open that door without me there. Do I go this way? I do not go this way. Or is this the one where I do go that way, but I need to activate this first? Where's the bubble? Oh, I need this bubble. Needed that bubble. Couldn't get to it. But I'm back. Yoink. Okay, one of the guys got hit.
Get your ghost on that gear.
Oh, I have no idea what that means.
Let's see how they like a little sabotage.
Can you translate that into Celsius for me? Because I have no clue. Oh, okay. 28 is toasty. Where is he? I don't know how hot it's been here recently, but it definitely has been warmer. Only like the past couple of days. Before that it was very rainy. Because, you know, England, I think it has to be.
Uplifted in divinity, atop a violent wind.
Look at that thing. Love that. Yeah. Maybe? I don't know. I believe it. 21 seems about right. Oh yeah, like nowhere here has AC. In terms of like people's houses, nobody. I think some richer people might, but generally, I don't think they do. like not even a super light computer. I don't think it has AC. Just in every room or in any of their main rooms that they use. It's just not really a thing over here. Obviously, like some office buildings will have it built in, or like don't really know where else. People's cars, obviously. Most cars, if they're relatively new over here, will have it in. And most houses, even if they are relatively new over here, definitely will. Yeah, makes for a fun little challenge when it gets warm over here. It'd be rare, but you do get some or something. Summer's more like a collection of days rather than a seasonal one. For the most part, we'll use desk fans instead of an AC unit. Or like floor fans, just standing in front of it, getting heat off. But yeah, AC would be delightful. Oh, hotels as well. Some hotel rooms will have AC, which I always really enjoy. It's always very nice. Yeah, people will. They'll just like keep the fan on and while they watch TV, it'll just be an attempt to keep it warm. But like, it gets decently warm over here. Perfect place for that guy to move. It is nice when I'm at work because the work van has AC, so I will pretty much always have that on. Yeah. That temperature.
Almost like we planned it, Guardian. Let's sink a little more and do it again. Collection tanks are full and safe. Time to turn the tables.
Yeah, like, I'm gonna be staying in a hotel for when I go to London in a few weeks, sometime next month. Very excited about the fact that the hotel has AC.
Kudazad, bound by war, conquered from trickery, I invoke your death!
Do we have to find Toland here? Or do we just do the thing? I think we just do the thing. Also, I have no idea. How do you go now? I'm the last one standing. See, I'd have hidden Toland in here. And then nobody would like me. Cool, okay. Yeah, no. But yeah, for the most part, over here it's bearable. It's fine. Like, it'll be real warm, but it'll be real warm for like part of the day, and then the rest of the day is fine. Or sometimes it's like a massive chunk of the day is just unbearable. Yeah. That's about right. The way the weather over here is like massively changeable as well. That's so nice. Nice little bonus challenge. Oh no. That's all of us dead. That's a shame. Oh, at least we'll come back. Oh no, wait. Somebody's around. Like, over in Denmark, their weather is pretty reliable. Like, if it's gonna rain, it'll rain when they say it's gonna rain. And then, like, it'll keep raining for a little bit, and then when the rain stops, the rain stops. That's it. But over here, it's a case of it'll rain for a little bit, and then it might rain later on as well, and then it'll stop for a bit, and then it'll come back again. Just very... it does make it hard to like plan things. Like if you're going for a day out somewhere, it's always the advice to take a coach just before you go then, because chances are, probably will. Right, they send me over. No need for that. At least, one of the good things is I don't live in London or a bit of area like that. However, I'm sure New York City, like the buildings being massive must trap in the heat as well. Which seems like no fun at all. But I'm trapped between all of the edges. Deep seas and contents hold. I don't know what that means. Does that mean we're winning? Does that mean we've lost? I don't understand. Still an over up there. I'd love to not die, because I'm doing this route because it's like the best plan. Oh, there's an over there as well. Oh, my microphone is not typing correctly. Good. Yeah, but at the same time, I'm glad that over here we get like minimal earthquakes, and if we do get earthquakes, they're like tiny, barely noticeable, and we also just don't get like tornadoes or hurricanes or whatever. Like sometimes it'll be a little bit windy, but the deep receiver phone takes hold. I don't know what this means. Oh, I think that means we're doing good things. Does that mean we're doing good things? Yeah, for the most part it's pretty chill. Like, the default is a bit cloudy.
Transmat buoy deployed. Sloan, I am
Did we not
sorry.
do the thing? Did we do the thing?
I did not ask how this news has affected you. I know you hold no love for the Hive.
Oh, that's sweet.
Oh, we did
I'm
it.
fine, Saint. I'm
We did the thing.
confused
Very pleased.
and a little angry, sure, but I'm fine. I won't tell you it's gonna be okay or that I know how this will end, but I can tell you that I believe Asa knows what she's asking.
I'm not a fan of the sun
And
either.
she would not ask
I'm
it
like
lightly.
always wearing sunglasses.
Good.
Like, it's okay, but it can be intense. But yeah, the days when it's super sunny are minimal. Even when it's quite hot sometimes, the sun's not terribly bright over here. But yeah, generally kind of overcast. And that's just fine. And that guy's gone. Cool. Cool. I didn't do the best on any of these things. Cool. The other guy left as well. Fine. Yeah. Didn't have the fewest deaths, but didn't have the most. So that's definitely an improvement. 2 guns I don't care about. Good. And we did that so that we could get this. Yeah. Love that. Now we've got 3 of them. I'm glad I got the champ one. I think the Starbaker one's the funniest one to keep equipped. Right? Season of the Deep ends very soon. 9 days. Ends in 9 days. So yeah, not next Tuesday, but the one after. So yeah, had to get that done, because there wouldn't be much chance doing it another time. But yes, very pleased. Very pleased. Oh, it so does. It's because of, like, the dead space between it. Like, it was a good, I think, month, maybe 2 months of, like, actual content. And then not much at all. This is a cool set. Okay, the shader. And yeah, we had Solstice recently, and then that ended. So it's the fact as well, some of the weeks were just like 2 missions that reset on the Tuesday, and then it was nothing else to do until next week, which 2 missions is fine if you don't have much time to actually play. But if you play like 3 times a week, it's not quite enough to stretch it out. But at least the fishing stuff took a little while. And that's always nice. Cool. Oh, that's the catalyst for the exotic quest. That's also in the deep dive section. That's very fun. Don't know what the next season is, but I feel like it's probably the one where we resurrect Savathun somehow. After Asa saying that we need Savathun to defeat the Witness. Probably got to find a way of bringing her back. And then attempting to convince her to help. Which will probably be difficult. We'll find out in a couple of weeks. Weirdly, I don't want to wear that. We'll go open that thing. Yeah, tower. Cool. I'm very excited to go to London now. Not only because it's a nice little break, but because there's a concert I'm going to on the Saturday. And to get there, I can use the cable car that goes over the Thames, which I've never used, and I've always wanted to, just because it's dumb. It's dumb that it exists, but it exists. And it's been there for absolutely ages. I just haven't used it. They also now have, I say now have, it's probably been there for a while as well, but like the river boats. No, that's not what I meant. River buses. So essentially boats you can use to get from point to point along the Thames as well. I think they have Uber boats as well. So you can go on Uber and get a boat, which is a little bit crazy. Yeah, they exist. It's a little bit of a ridiculous thing.
Checking.
I think,
Good luck.
I don't think it works with the Uber boats, but if you get an Oyster card, which is like the card they use for getting around London on the public transport, you can use it for the river boats, which it seems really dumb, but it might be something I do. I absolutely don't want this hood. But please don't manage to get a hood for like the entire weekend.
This is all
yes,
wrong.
yes, Guardian, by all means.
Very different as well. I don't think I've been on a boat like that before. I've been on boats and I've been on ferries. But yeah, never been on a boat quite like that. So that'll be definitely interesting. Is that a scam? Probably under me. No idea. Have you had a look at it? Because yeah, it's a weird thing. I don't think I've been on a cable car before. I feel like I know what it's like to be on one, but I don't know if I've been on one. Oh, that's not the one you should be worried about, though. Like, the one in London, I would trust. Because it's in London. It's funded by the government. Well, it's funded by Transport for London, which is funded by the government. So I imagine they've got like regular upkeep and maintenance to make sure that nothing happens to it. Because like, if that breaks, it's going to be awful for London. I mean, if it breaks and it falls, you're going to land in the Thames. Which, like, water, so good, but also it's the Thames, so, would rather not. But no, in Ireland, I don't think there are sharks in the Thames. I don't think they'd be able to get into the Thames, actually. There's probably something awful living in the Thames, other than, like, just bacteria and grossness. Over in Ireland, if you look up Dursey Cable Car, I think that might bring it up. D-U-R-S-E-Y. D-U-R-S-E-Y. Yeah, Dursey Cable Car. That looks so much sketchier. Like, I was tempted to visit it when I went to Ireland earlier in the year, but like, didn't really have time. Part of me wants to go on it, part of me doesn't want to die. Right? It's the fact that it looks like it's a shed that's just being held on some cables. And like, the stands at either end, like at one end the cables are attached to a building, so fine with that, but the other end, that like metal tower thing you go through, that thing looks wild. Oh, okay, the cables are attached to buildings both sides, it's just the fact that they're tiny cables, and the stand in the middle looks ancient. I mean, I'm sure it has repair works and rust proofing and all sorts of stuff going on, but oh, you bet that happens. I feel like they must lock the doors from the outside on the actual car thing there, because you can't let people have the opportunity to open those while it's up in the air, can you? I like that there's a picture just of the actual cable car cabin thing, and it's just a box and then some doors, just some regular wooden doors on it. And there's a cow or a bull in the mini version. That's amazing. But yeah, that looks absolutely terrifying. But at the same time, would totally go on it. I'm pretty sure that's the only way. Oh, you could probably get a boat, to be fair, but that might be the only way, one of the only ways onto Dursey Island itself. Oh yeah, the actual area around it is delightful. It's a lovely little place. I went to Kerry, which is just a little bit north of that. But yeah, absolutely lovely part of Ireland. It's all very sort of rural, kind of. It's just stark contrast to like Dublin or somewhere like that. Because I'd only been to Dublin before, so I figured I'd go here. And yeah, definitely worth it. There is a mountain I was thinking of going up, but then didn't, because I was busy or I didn't want to go up it. But it's just a very mountainy sort of area, Kerry. It's very dark at night. It's a delightful little place, and I need to go back. I need to go back to Ireland just in general, to be fair. Very much a fan of it. Yeah, exactly. I don't know what you'd call the area I live in. I guess it's like more suburban sort of area. But yeah, it's very much a case of I can drive like maybe 10 minutes and just be surrounded by empty fields. And that's a very fun thing for me. I enjoy that. Probably less than 10 minutes, to be fair. Like, tomorrow I want to go for a wander in the woods. And the woods are, well, where I'm going, maybe like half hour away. It's like a big old forest, and I can just go for a wander in that. Specifically, I want to go to a part known as Puzzlewood. If you want to have a look at that. But that's got like, it's what they call an ancient woodland. So it's been around since before we started keeping records of the woodlands in like the Middle Ages or whenever. So it was a naturally formed woodland as opposed to one where we planted a bunch of trees to create a woodland. Right? It's got like so many rocks and trees, and it's just a magical looking place. Exactly. It's been used for so many filming locations. Like, there was a TV show over here, I don't know if you got it over there, but over here called Merlin, which used that as a location a lot. That's a medieval
Intel reported
show about
increased crew
Merlin,
activity.
unsurprisingly.
Seems they were right.
Never good when the Cabal get this frisky.
King
Whatever they're
Arthur,
planning will be less
and then
effective without a
Doctor
commander.
Who's used it.
Get in there and take them out.
I think a few times, but I think it only lists like one episode. I'm pretty sure they used it when they revealed the 13th Doctor's TARDIS. Oh, you should try Find a Way. I haven't watched it recently, but always really enjoyed it. There was was on the BBC, so it might be on LightFall or something like that. Yeah, that's true, and makes a lot of sense. To be fair, that's a very found out about it on the internet kind of thing to know. This is a private woodland, so I think it's like £10 entry to go in. But the actual size of the woodland, I think takes about an hour and a half to get round, something like that. So £10 for an hour and a half worth of walking around on a filming location. For a few shows that I really like, I think it's fine. I think they have, at the entrance at least, like a board with some pictures of shows that were filmed there, and then like the parts of the woods they used for that section, which is nice. I think there's a little cat as well. It's so cool. A lovely day out. And very excited about that.
Ironic that the land tank is grinding up Nessus for Cabal munitions. That's been the Vex plan for centuries.
If either side were competent, they'd have wiped each other out already. So the task falls to us.
I do like that when Doctor Who used those woods, they used like a bunch of smoke machines as well, so that they could get exactly what, like the sort of vibe they wanted. And like that place coated in smoke is very eerie looking, but also delightful. It's kind of what I expect it looks like constantly. But of course, it doesn't, but it's just a very cool place. Yeah, that's absolutely right. But you're asking for something spooky to happen. I'll get the thing, don't worry. switch to Thorn. Oh yeah, I don't know if you were here when I said, but my Thorn came. Like the replica I have of it that lights up, and it's very cool. And there should be a picture of it on Twitter. I don't know if you're following at the moment, but Jordaniel and then underscore. I'm calling the house phone, which is a wild choice. 2023. Not going to be answering that. Okay.
Crow's intel indicates the commander is nearby. Challenge them and tie this off. We've got other fires burning.
Uh-huh. Right. I didn't know when to expect it because it had tracking with it, but the tracking stopped, which makes sense. When it left Italy, which is where it came from. So it's still saying like on the 3rd of August that it was in Italy. I haven't updated with anything. So I was like, oh, it must still be in Italy. That's cool. Because I think the expected date for it to get here was like the 20-something of this month. But yeah, I got home Thursday. I think it was Thursday. Got home Thursday and it was just waiting for me. It's very cool. Very tempting to take that into the woods and take pictures of it. Yeah, I need to handle it more as I get used to it. Slightly smaller than the other one I had, because I've got one that's a replica of the sort of concept art for it. Although every time I look at Thorn's concept art, I can never find the right picture. But that one's like much bigger. But this new one's a little bit smaller. So I need to get used to messing about with it. Yeah, the other thing I'm constantly messing about with is sonic screwdriver, which I think Was that Thursday? It was either Thursday or Wednesday that got back to me from being repaired. Because like the sound and lights weren't working in it. I think just the connection to the button was a little bit broken. But it's fine. Sent it off to a guy and he fixed it for me. In like a week, which isn't bad at all. But it's the, if you know much about Doctor Who, 11th Doctor's one. It's like the one where you can flick it to open it. And that's just such an addictive thing to do. We love the fast service.
I think these Cabal like you. They keep coming back for more. Good thing we've got light to spare.
To be fair, I'll put a little video of the Sonic on the Twitter as well. Because why not? I can do that. If I can find it. I found it. It's posting. Slowly. Oh no, I didn't want to go back into another one. I was going to end it.
It's a new day, young wolf.
Oh, I'm sure it is. I'm going to go back to the tower. Oh, it's taking so long to post like a 5-second video. There we go. Now if you have a look at the Twitter, you can see that. It's like so pretty. And I spend so much time just messing about with it. But I'm absolutely going to take that to the woods and take pictures of it. Because it'd be rude not to, honestly. Right? It's so nice. And it's like made of the proper materials and stuff. So it's like weighty. Just feels so good. Like before that one, I had because there's a remote control version. Like TV remote, universal remote built into one of those, which, excellent idea. Great idea. Love that. And that one does the flick open as well.
Checking now.
Which is great, but that one's a little bit loose. So like if you turn it upside down, sometimes it just opens by itself, which isn't what you want. Yeah, but that one you've seen the video of just is amazing. Fun fact as well, it's made by the guy that makes all the ones for the shows. So, like, he made the one Matt Smith used when he was using that screwdriver. So that's very fun.
Sure.
Nothing to pick up.
Take it easy.
Right? Like, was not a cheap thing to buy. But it's like Doctor Who is a thing that I very much enjoy, and that sonic screwdriver is my favourite one, and it brings me joy, so I figured absolutely worth it. So it's worth it to have a little bit more joy. I think so, I really do. Gonna pet the dog. Yeah, I know. There's like a certificate of authenticity that comes with it and everything. It's absolute madness. Like, I can sell it for probably exactly the same amount I paid for it in several years' time. Because, like, he made, I think he had one run of them he did, which were notorious for being a little bit off. Which is understandable, because when he'd make them for the show, it'd just be a case of, this is a one-time thing, it needs to be good enough to be on screen, but it doesn't need to necessarily function perfectly or whatever. So like the original run he did couldn't do that flicking open thing. Well, I think they could, but it wasn't advised. It was more designed to be like a display item. And like, I think some of them had wonky bits or parts that didn't match up, which he was fine to replace or repair as needed, which is excellent. Excellent service. But yeah, then a little while later he did a second run of them, which were much improved. Much improved. Much more sturdy. Does the flicking. Delightful. I love it. The guy that repaired mine has worked with the guy that actually made it as well. So that's fun. I think they worked on making some sonic screwdrivers together. Which I love. I love that. I love it when people get to do things with people they admire. It's always a joy. What's in here again? Oh, just some gun storage. But yeah, it being legit as well does mean it's kind of like owning a part of the show. Like, yeah, it's very nice. I do have a realization that I'm going to be one of those people that just collects a bunch of really cool props. And I'm not upset about that at all. But it's going to be like, I fear at some point it might get to Adam Savage levels of collecting. which isn't a bad thing. It's just more that I'd need the room for it. Because at the moment I think I've got... Oh no, wait, I always forget about one thing. Right? I'd love to go to Adam Savage's cave, or just his office, to see what he's got on display there at any one time. It's ridiculous. But yeah, I've got, I think, 4 sort of replicas that are probably the best I can get for those replicas. Because, like, for the most part, I'll get either a toy version or a replica that's maybe a little bit off, or maybe just a cheap alternative to a replica for a prop. And I'll be like, this is great. It could be something else. But that something else is usually expensive. The Thorn wasn't too bad in terms of cost, but the one before it was one, I think for that one I was like, oh, I'll get this Thorn instead of one that's actually a replica from the game. I'll get the more artsy version because I like it, it's pretty, it's a little bit more unique. And then every time I saw it I was like, I should really get one that's actually a replica. But like I looked around for ages and was like, none of these light up. It would be really cool if they lit up. And then I saw one guy that had one that lit up. And he was super chill. Which makes it nice. It makes it nice when the people you're buying from are also just really nice people. Which, for the most part, I feel like they are. But yeah, I feel like that Thorn that you've seen is probably the best Thorn I'm going to get. Because it is just delightful. So that's going to be like the end of my Thorn buying, which is good. It's nice to know that's gotten to an end. And I've got one that I really enjoy, really like. I feel like the other things like that are probably I've got a wand, like a Harry Potter wand, but instead of being a replica of Harry's or anything like that, it's the Pottermore wand, where you go on and you take your test and it tells you which house you're in and all that sort of stuff. It'll also tell you what your wand is, and on Etsy there are some people that will make your wand out of the wood that it says it should be made out of, and they do it in the same style and with the same patterns on it. And I've got one of those, and I feel like that is the peak of where that can get to. I like that sonic screwdriver is the peak of where it can get to. Before that I had like several versions of the toy, and then obviously that remote version. But yeah, that one you've seen, it's probably the peak of where that can get to. Wow, it's definitely the peak of where that can get to. And then I think the other thing is like a Ghostbusters proton pack, like the bag, the pack they were on the back. Hasbro did a sort of limited run of replicas of those. And I know Adam Savage got one. I think he got 2 actually. I think he got one to keep as it is, and one that he'd modify. I think he has been modifying slightly, like making it a little bit dirtier and all sorts. Which is nice. It's nice to own something that Adam Savage has. Sort of from if I want to sort of edit my pack in a similar way that he has, there's almost definitely going to be a video on it. But yeah, it's nice to have things. There's also one thing I haven't. I think he has got a video of him with the proton pack, sort of going over it and making it slightly dirtier and a bit more torn up and a bit more accurate, because there's a few things that, like, he's got parts for that he knew he could put on the one that Hasbro came out with. I don't know how long that video is, but I think it's probably like an hour or so of him just going over and making a few little changes here and there. Looking it up. Yeah, I was right. It's an hour long. If you just look up Adam Savage Proton Pack on YouTube, it's the top result. And yeah, he just upgrades the one that Hasbro built. Makes it look a little bit more worn. Gives it a few accurate attachments. But yeah, delightful stuff. Oh, it's absolutely huge. Like, it's 1-to-1 scale to the one that's in the movies. So it is like a faithful replica of it. Which is great and very cool of Hasbro. But yeah, absolutely massive. But it's great. It's got all the lights, all the sounds, all the everything. Really fun thing it has as well is like a rumble feature, like a motor inside of it, so that it seems like it's actually working and spinning and doing what you'd expect it to. The gun for the pack as well also has a motor in it, so it'll do, like, when you're shooting it, the gun and the pack will vibrate sort of in sync, which is very cool. No laser beam, no. You could always add a laser beam, but then you've got the worry of, like, not pointing it in people's eyes, which shouldn't be too hard not to do, but also might happen. One thing I want Ghostbusters wise is like a ghost trap, where you like press on the pedal, it opens up, does some light and sound stuff, and then closes. I think I know where I can get one. And like, it'll open up, do the light and sound stuff, and then let out a little bit of smoke as well before closing, which I think is a very cool way of doing things. But yeah, it's always nice to watch Adam just doing stuff. Oh yeah, that is like, I don't even know. I don't know if the base version was 500 and like the all the extras bit was 800 or something. I can't even think. I haven't looked at it recently. But yeah, not a cheap thing. Not a cheap thing, but very cool. The other thing as well is I need to find a good arc reactor, because I've always wanted a nice one. And like, I've got two just sat on my shelf. One of them's better than the other one, but still not quite what I'd like. I've seen a few versions that are cool, but then I don't think anybody's quite got to how I want it to look and what I want it to do. But at some point I'll get one of those. And at some point I'll have a proper way of displaying everything as well. That'll be nice.
Good to have you back.
Nice big shelf. Nice big shelf, yes. To be fair, at the moment I could put up like a shelf and put the things I currently have on it, and that would be great. But yeah, I'm gonna need so many shelves. I'm gonna need like a room just for a collection of stuff. One day, we'll see. But before then, to be fair, I'd love a house with a basement. And actually, that's not a bad shout, because basements usually keep pretty cool. So, like, the weather's not going to affect any of the stuff in the collection. Like, if I've got paper or something in there, or if I've got something made of plastic or anything like that, if it gets too hot, it's sort of outside, at least then the basement will remain relatively nice and cool. But then there aren't too many houses over here that have basements, to be fair. There's some. They're usually quite old places. Yeah, exactly. I didn't mean to die. But yeah, the basement collection room will be a thing at some point, eventually. Oh no. No. It's very rare to have a basement over here. Like, if the place used to be a pub, it will have a basement, because pubs have cellars, and that's where the beer is. Yeah, of course apartments don't. My parents' house, no. And like, I think this house is about 30 years old, so it's not too old, to be fair. But no basement. Yeah, many places don't. It'd be nice if more places did. I think out sort of in the forest, there's a few more places that do. But again, those houses are relatively old, so they were built with them a while ago. I don't know. I feel like maybe, but also probably not, because like you've got the foundation of a house to sort of deal with, but then also if you've seen Colin Firth just digging an underground bunker and then just digging it underneath his own house, I guess maybe. So it might be possible. It might not be the safest thing, but hopefully maybe. I do like, there's a place one of my friends used to live out in the forest, and it's relatively hilly in a few places out there, but the house had like 2 stories, and then I think from the front it had like a garage that seemed like it was more built into the wall, like built into the hill, because it was more, it didn't seem like a basement, it seemed more like they just put a hole in the hill and just that's where you put your car. Yeah, from inside the house you could go down the stairs into the, I think they had a couple of rooms next to the garage as well, which were more like basement sort of level. But there's a few houses where they've got garages under the house and then like a sloping driveway that comes up from like below house level to road level, which is a fun way to do things. But yes. Exactly. If I had anywhere near enough money for that, that'd be exactly what I'd want. Just like, it's very much the embodiment of running away to the woods, but at the same time, I'm absolutely here for it. Absolutely here for it. But anyway, I might leave just because I need to get some food. I'd say I'd come back later and play some dinosaur stuff, but chances are probably won't. It's Mr. Fusion. I might dinosaur on Tuesday, or we might just do some more Destiny on Tuesday, and then dinosaurs next Saturday, which is probably the way that'll go. Either way, this time I'll be here on Tuesday. The usual time of roughly 7:30. I'll see you there. Thanks for being here. This was delightful. We did some things. Oh, we got the deep dives. We got the Aquanaut Triumph. So I'm very pleased about that. Yeah. I'll see you Tuesday. You have fun. Thank you so much. You too, if you are about to have food. Yeah, cool, lovely. I'm bad at ending these things. Bye. Have fun. Have a nice weekend. Come back Tuesday.